Hi and welcome to the short unboxing and overview material for Angola. This is a fast-paced and dynamic wargame exploration of one of the longest civil wars, so Angolan civil war of the 1970s. I actually got that great position on one of the MMP sales and enjoyed it immensely since then. In the below material, we shall briefly look at the components of the game and more stuff, great stuff, I hope you can find on my blog, link to which I enclosed below.
We look now at Angola. As said before, it's already a classic. It was published in 1988, and this game tells us the story of a pretty brave but very violent Angola civil war. Actually, the focus of the game will be limited, but the true situation in Angola was unstable for many years later on. The main focus is on 1975-1976 civil war, and as you could guess, these were the years when the Cold War was in a full swing. So here we would have a sides which are supported by US and the sides which are supported by Soviets. This is an interesting four-player game, and it's kind of a play in a teams. So two players rather support what US would like to do, and two rather what Soviets have in mind. There are a lot of interesting mechanics, and a lot of my fellow bloggers like Players8 and also other guys were playing this and really suggesting to have a look. So that was also my plan and the first position which I deemed as a must-have from the sale. Let's have a look into the box. First thing, which is always in MMP games, you have clearly stated what should be inside, and if you have any problems, who and how contact. I really love it and I really appreciate it. This is kind of a personal touch for all of us wargamers. For spending not a few dollars, but many more on those games. So I really appreciate such approach. Then what do we have? We have dice, and if you play the MMP games, you will see that the dice are usually similar, small, nice, easy to roll, very cool. Then we have cards. We should have around, let me see, does it say how many cards? No, it should be probably in the rule book. The cards will be activating the factions, and there will be planning phase, if I remember. I read about it a little, and after that will be execution. As you can see, there are different colors: blue, green, yellow, red, orange. Okay, you would need to read the instruction to understand what is it, but I can tell you that I really nicely printed. Yep. Evidently the faction which is connected to the USSR, and that also seems so. The green ones looks like pretty, maybe not neutral, but not socialistic. Okay, and here we have a four faction. It's really cool mechanic. I didn't have time to read a lot about it. I just had a chance to read a little. So we'll need to check how exactly it plays. Then we have the rule book, nicely done. This is not a glossy one. I like it because when you read it, you don't have the reflections. Yeah, it will be explaining the rules. Yeah, the four factions are green, blue, red, and yellow. So we need to understand what are those cards. It actually says reinforcement cards determine the contribution of covered force for an area. Okay, so these are the reinforcements, and these would be the faction cards. Good. These are not a very dense rules. One get used to the rule books after many years of wargaming, and it's in total like 23 pages with some reference here. So yeah, pretty manageable. Then we have a map, and I can tell you I like this map. I never seen such a nice color palette. This is really cool. There are areas. Here is actually the legend. Road city. This would be the sea. Clear. Okay. Jungle. Good. This is not a mounted map, so you maybe need a plexi to put over, but it's really nice from the color perspective. It would be cool to play on. And of course we have counters. We have counters from the green faction. Sorry, I don't know the names yet of those functions, so excuse me for this. Here we have some additional tokens. Yep. Here, this would be the player aid for each of the factions. Blue, red, that is pink, yellow, and green. Yep. And then we have the rest of the units. So UNITA faction, FAPLA faction, MPLA faction, and FNLA. Sorry, guys, don't know the names yet, so would need to check. And you see, this is the game from 1988, and this is beautiful. This is really, truly beautiful. It's not aged much. There is a limited number of counters, so really should be pretty nice to play. Okay, this would be probably the first title which I will bring to the table. That was the plan. Some of the guys say, I know this is pretty far-fetched connection, but this is kind of a coin, let's say, grandfather. We shall see. I will definitely sit down to this with my colleagues and check how it plays. Can't wait to play it. And we also need to do some nice storage solution for this to be able to keep everything. So this was Angola, one of the MMP classics, one of the also best valued and rated games of MMP. Hopefully to play it pretty soon. And this was my first part of the first choice when I was doing the sets.